So today's flavor profile is going to focus on one of my favorite people, Marjon Carlos. Marjon is an incredible public speaker, editor, and writer. You've seen her work in places like Vogue, Essence, and the Wall Street Journal. And I had the distinct pleasure of designing this cocktail for Marjon based on all the things that I know and love about her. Marjon is a down-to-earth, reliable friend. She's fashion-forward, but she's super thoughtful. She loves a party, but also just really wants to get the job done at the end of the day. You can rely on her, and she is kind of always there for you in this really, really big way, which is really cool. So this cocktail kind of embodies all the things I find so compelling about Marjon. It is really easy to make at home as well. All you need to make this is citrus. I've used Tangelo oranges, but you can use grapefruit, lemon, you can even throw in lime. You're gonna use cointreau. The base of it is white wine. Throw in a lot of ice and some herbs and you're all set. Hi.
Hi.
So
How are you?
that this is working. Oh my God. Your hair, I mean, forever and always, stunning.
I wear sweats every single day. And so it's like, I'm going to do something for Devonn. I'm going to I have makeup on. I did my hair today. It's all for you.
I'm
All for you.
kind of gagged.
How have you been? What's going on?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I feel really good about. I mean, despite all of the craziness, I feel like every day is such a different thing that I'm finding so much connection to just being I'm gonna wake up and commit to doing the things that I said I want to do for myself, which actually leads me to my first question, kind of in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about this a lot for myself. Is every interview that happens or every sort of interaction engagement is some sort of work thing. But how would you define or describe yourself? Like when Marjon is clocked out, not working, who is that person?
Right? We're so clocked into our alter egos, right? Our work mode. I think that I'm constantly work mode. When I'm out of work mode, I really want to be around people that are additive and fill me up. And so for me, I'm such a girl who's all about their friends and about my relationships with my girls and my boys. And I just I'm the type of girl that wants to go out for a long dinner and I want to hear about all your problems. And then we talk about my problems and then we figure out the world's problems. That is really what I am. I'm the type of girl who's like, okay, I got to go see my niece and my nephew. I have to go do that. So I take a taxi down to Bay Ridge. It's not all, it's not glam. It's real and it's family. And I think that's the most important thing to me. I feel like we work in industries which are very curated and I don't like for my internal life to feel that way too. So as much as I'm nourishing my relationships with others, I'm also working on my relationship with myself and checking in with myself and making sure that I'm creatively fulfilled. I think that's really important for me. And also I just like to have a good time and I like to let loose. So we can get to the big ideas, we can get to the big conversations, but I also love to laugh. I love to dance. I love to party. I'm that girl who's out till 4 or 5 in the morning on the dance floor. I'm usually the last person to leave a party or a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
That is really who I am. I'm also someone who just likes to, sit around and watch bad television and then watch good television. And it's a high-low situation over here, and then obviously quality time with my mans is really important. And I try to take it easy because I'm very, very hard on myself when it comes to my work and my progress. So when I do have that downtime, when I can take off the cool, I really settle in nicely. And I like to laugh and love and drink and eat.
Yeah, absolutely. I love which actually we need to cheers to that.
Oh, yes, honey. Yes. Okay.
Cheers.
Okay. I love that you made me an Auntie cocktail. I want you to come over here as soon as it's possible to
Oh,
make it in my kitchen,
we
and we'll have it outside
we
because
have to.
I'm ready.
I mean, I think the first time you ever texted me, and you were like, "Hey, like collaborative dinner slash backyard." And let me tell you one thing about myself is whenever someone invites me to an open space in general and wants food to be there, and
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sold.
I
What
think
else is
that
there?
we have to make that happen.
Yeah.
We like as soon as it's possible. It's just like go time.
Yeah, and I think, and also I think that like the fun thing about being able to design this cocktail is that it kind of I don't often get to like go into my kitchen and play around. So this was a moment where being able to like think about what you do in your personality and also just how
Yes.
complex of a person you are and how um, I mean just all the things that make you your narrative your experience. It's like so fun to think about how that fits into something like food or beverage because for me it's like jokingly this is called the favorite auntie, but there's an addendum with it that says or real aunties of Dallas, Texas, because I feel like this drink reminds me of like it's like that kind of like rich auntie vibe where you're like you come over, you like definitely have your hand in like what's happening, but you're also like, I want to chill, I want to hang out, I want to be with my
Yes.
people. So I wanted to
Yes.
design something that was kind of like a quick and easy party pleaser that anyone can plug into. And also, if you wanted to just like make this by yourself at home, you could totally do that. Uh,
I literally just got a case of wine delivered today.
exactly.
Okay. So, period. Okay. So, and it's wine o'clock somewhere. And I also really love that you took the time to like kind of figure out what would vibe with me. And I really appreciate that. And like you landed on like the right thing, which is white wine.
Yeah. I think that sangrias just remind me of like
Yeah.
a party. They're also seasonal. Like I feel like
Yes.
it's color, it's texture, it's like light and crisp, but still like does what it needs to do.
Yes,
It's
it does.
it was like I was like, this is Marjon. This is fully Marjon. Um,
Totally
Speaking
me.
of parties
Cool.
and friendships,
Mm-hmm.
obviously we are interacting over you know virtual reality and making those connections still palpable, tangible, trying to connect as much as possible. My next question for you is your who are your top like your top four, 3 to 4 people that you would want to sneak into, eavesdrop on, be a part of that house party call or that Skype call?
I saw this question. I was like, "Are?" Um, who would I love to just? Okay, I would love. I mean, I love me some Kourtney Kardashian. So we are definitely gonna get in on that house party. I'm gonna ask her about the Molly Wop that she gave Kim and what was going on internally when she drew her her elbow back a bit and her tanner went on the wall. So that's one thing we'll have to get to. Okay.
I have a question. Do you think I don't my Kardashian like trivia isn't as good as other people's. Is this the first time there's been an interaction like that on TV?
No, they had other fights, but
Okay.
this one was real.
I saw
I
the
think.
video.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Courtney was mad.
Oh,
Kim was mad. Everybody was mad.
it was a whole moment.
It was a full moment. Courtney's or Chloe's wall was mad. I have to slip into her house party and figure that out. We need to get to the bottom of that. I would also want to hang out with Leslie Jordan right now. I mean, he seems like a really fun, like amazing. I always knew he was really talented, but he seems to be like the breakout star, if there could be one of this current pandemic. And I would love to figure out what's going on with him. And what he think. I mean, it's like he's a slow burn, right? Because he's like now viral at like 60, 70 years old.
Right.
Um,
I get so much life from not even it's like for me it's definitely what he's saying, but there's something about the pauses between words and those like drawn out letters that really, really sends me.
You know? And he's like, I'm like, you were really, he just runs in the South, obviously. And that's where I grew up. And like, and I love that he's just telling on everybody and himself. You know what I'm saying? He has these like stories. He really is, he's got a lot of history there, right? You know, and he's just like spilling all the tea, and like he has a great attitude, and I'm sure he probably is down, but I feel like he's someone who can keep himself entertained. And
Absolutely.
he likes his own company, and I think that that's
Absolutely.
like
Absolutely. He's doing it for himself just as much as he's doing for anybody else. He's like, this is
anybody else.
he's like, I'm doing this. This is I want to do this.
I think he'd be making those vlogs despite if he had a social media account or
Absolutely.
at all. He would just be doing
Absolutely.
them. So I'm a big fan of his.
Okay.
And then I feel like I kind of want to like know what Chris Cuomo and Andrew Cuomo and like their mom are talking about. It feels like there's like a really interesting, rich Italian Brooklyn, Queens family there, and I would love to see them just like going back and forth and seeing what's going on there. I don't like, yeah, I'm not like totally sold on the fact that like Andrew Cuomo is the answer, but I think he's one of them. And I'm just intrigued by his family narrative.
I mean, that moment when Chris's live, or he's reporting from the basement,
Girl
and
from the basement.
Andrew's like, what did he say? Oh, he's like, Chris goes to Andrew, he's like, and mom said you haven't called her, and they just go, they have this like very brotherly
Very.
that like it's this human moment in media where you're like, I'm sure that like some of it, I'm sure they like planned a little bit, but like I was just like, I feel that intensely. That's totally me and my brother, me and my sister, just like breaking the professional narrative to like talk about something that we probably should have hashed out separately, but that's fine.
That is what it is. It's breaking that professional wall, like third, fourth wall, and you're just like, am I supposed to be watching this? But I'm going to. And like, and I literally at first was like, "Ooh, child, they've seen it cut away," but no, they were like, "We're gonna keep filming."
Exactly.
I think that's like who I'm interested. I mean, obviously Rihanna, whatever Rihanna's up to too. I'll definitely. I mean, that's just on any given day.
Any moment is, as I said, I had so much time to pick up hobbies and do things that I haven't been able to do before. One question I have for you is, what is something that maybe is like a lesser known fact or about you or thing about you that you feel like you would like to dive into, explore, reveal, illuminate, etc.?
That one's a hard question. I was like not prepared for that one. I think that like maybe it's more someone who's more altruistic and rather like than because I feel like my intervention is so often, ensconced in this idea of like I write, and so I am a vehicle for starting a conversation, and that's my intervention.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe like you were saying before, and helping with people who are food insecure or like live in a food desert, like I'd want to help in some type of way of like that. So I feel like if anything, the situation would push me to be more active in my community. Like even though I like rally against certain injustices that I see, but it's like, okay, well, what else besides the article? Though the article could be important, or even just like starting a conversation online, like what else can I do to help? Because I feel like what I'm who I am on IG or whoever anybody meets me out in the streets, that's like really who I am at my core. Like I have that auntie spirit where I'm trying to be encouraging, trying to be supportive.
Yeah.
I'm also a journalist, so I'm inherently very critical and like looking at everything from every angle. So I feel like I'm very much myself when I am in public, but I think that there are things where it's like, okay, we'll use that platform for other opportunities and good.
Yeah.
So I think that's how I would try to help, is like really be like, I guess kind of put my money where my mouth is, you know? It's like, how are we going to do this?
Absolutely.
And, you know, if I'm very upset, how do I convey that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So last part of this is a lightning round, which I'm still developing in my head, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
So I want to play like a little word association game. And I'm going to say a word phrase. I'm going to name an inanimate object, a color. And I want you to tell me if it is fashionable or not fashionable.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's do it.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The first word is dragon fruit.
Fashionable. I mean, the skin and the colors and the...
Listen,
Those are like the little things that like pop out. They're like spikes or something.
I'm in full support of dragon fruit's fashion, if I'm being honest. Okay. The next word is sustainable.
Fashion.
Hey.
If you're not making sustainable fashion at this point, 2020, April 15th, you're not a part of the conversation. I don't think, in fashion. And if your brand isn't working up to that, then we've got a problem. Because right now we don't need any more product. I can tell you that as someone with too many clothes.
Next word, Texas.
Don't. Okay. Carrie. So Texas is fashionable.
Okay.
We have a swag that we've proven to have some fashionable people like Leon Bridges, Beyonce, Solange. You know, so we've got some swag over there.
Okay.
Oh, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion.
You could have just said Megan, and I would have been like, you know what, we're good. You're constantly my hero, my auntie, all the things. So thank you for being
Thank
you.
This is amazing. I'm so impressed by you. Like, I honestly, Devonn, you like light up a room with your smile and your food, and like, I'm here for it. And it's not just because of your Lumi light. Okay.
I'm like,